Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to a quick presentation on my Ludum Dare game for Ludum Dare 25. Ludum Dare is a 48-hour game programming competition. You create everything from scratch. The theme this time was You Are the Villain, and I made a game based on sort of like Godzilla kind of rampage type things. You play as Kittenzilla. Specifically, this is Kittenzilla 3, the return of Mecha-Kittenzilla. Yes, I know. Everyone was really looking forward to that threequel. Yeah, so obviously it's not a sequel to anything, but, you know, it sounded right. So you're a game where you're playing as a monster destroying a whole city while tanks kind of fight back at you. I'm going to do a quick demonstration of the gameplay itself and talk a little bit about what was involved in making it. Just a note. You can follow me at quill18.com, you can go to my website, quill18.com. You can also follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/quill18, where I make video game commentaries, but especially at youtube.com/quill18creates. I make some tutorials on how to make computer games, and I will be looking at some of the specific features that were implemented during this game, and, you know, sort of how they came about and how to do them. It was programmed in Unity 3D, the programming language C#, although I could have used JavaScript and done absolutely everything exactly the same. So there is a main menu to the game, but I'm going to go right into the level 1 directly from here. One of the things I'm very proud of is the fact that I've got a full option menu set up in the game, which is pretty unusual for Ludum Dare games. In fact, I'm quite impressed. It is a 48-hour game programming competition, but I had 2 Christmas events to go to during this weekend, so I only had about half the time that a lot of people had, and I'm still a little bit tipsy from the last one, so just a warning. But I'm really impressed by the level of completeness I pulled off in this game. It really feels like a pretty solid game. There's obviously more things I would have liked to have added, but I'm pretty happy with how things went. So, a full option menu, we're going to go into the game. It's a first-person game. We can wander around. We can shoot from our I-beam lasers. Pew, 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 pew. That's right. If you play the game, the main menu will explain everything. We are a robotic cat monster that can fire laser beams out of our eyes. I mean, I guess that's the whole story, right? And we are here to destroy Michael's Bay. To win the game, we have to destroy the entire city. Although, you can win the game and not necessarily get the highest score. The real thing is that every time you destroy a building block or something with your eye lasers, you increase the combo multiplier of your session. And so what you're really looking to do is to optimize your score is to come out with a really great line for clearing the city without losing your combo, which happens after a couple of seconds of inactivity. Meanwhile, there are tanks roaming around the city trying to blow you up, and the tanks come in as soon as we shoot something. Deploy the tanks! That's right. All the sound. Ooh, I'm quite happy with the sound in the game. While there's no music, and originally I had plans to make music, I felt like the sound density in the game was pretty high. And so I just kind of left it at that. And I'm very happy with the sound. All of the sound in the game was recorded on this microphone. And virtually all of it was done using my voice, except for a few things that were basically some tin cans that were being knocked together. Oh, it is so hard to shoot down those missiles, let me tell you, but it can be done. Usually I just dodge them. They have a limited lifespan anyway, but they are homing missiles. So yeah. Boom. The tank turrets, anything that's labeled as debris is meant to not intersect with the buildings. Ow. But otherwise, worked pretty good. Just turned out there was all kinds of game balance and performance issues with colliding with the buildings. So, anyway, this is the game. I think it's pretty cool. The missiles do destroy buildings, which is kind of fun. And I love the sort of poetic justice of letting the missiles hit the buildings. So that's a game. Really happy with it by far. This is my 4th Ludum Dare. 4th? 4 is that many fingers. This is the 3rd time I've used Unity 3D. One time I made a web-based game using Ruby on Rails. And while a lot of those games I felt had a lot of potential, I feel like this is by far the most complete game. It's like, this game doesn't have potential. It's done, is what it is, and I'm really happy with what I pulled off. So anyway, if you're interested in more of the technical details about how I did some of the things, make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/quill18 and youtube.com/quill18creates, and I will talk about this more in the future. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.